Hello, all of the cool cats and kittens.
What's the word?
Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. That should be good. Happy Tuesday. If you are watching this, you have made it through 2024.
That's a fact, though.
Oh my goodness. So, welcome to another episode of Cultivating Conversations with DP Squared. We are your amazing hosts, Deja and
DeAndre. We here back in person, man. Last Tuesday of the year.
Yes, we are back in person. And it's only right that we're back in person for the last Tuesday of the year.
Fact,
like,
though.
it makes sense. It makes sense. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. We can just wait for people to get up in the live. But first, let me start and ask, how has your week been? How you been doing? What's tea?
It's probably been the most relaxing week of all 2024.
Yes.
It's just been a very stress-free, less of a headache. I've been enjoying time, just relaxing and being one with nothing.
Not thinking about nothing, just being in your own vibe.
Literally.
I love it. Hello, everybody. Hello. I think I would say the same. Class ended last week. Had me a great weekend in Philly. That was fun. So but well, you know what? If anybody can hear it in my voice, I am a little under the weather. Yeah. I will say that the last couple of days have been
disastrous.
A time and a half. Okay, like I have no words for it. But we're here and we're ready to get started and get active. Now, we did pin a question in the chat. Hey, y'all, we did pin a question in the chat because we wanted to get y'all's opinion on this. First of all, the phrase that people have been saying is like, what did you not expect to be on your 2024 bingo card? And the meaning of it is I wanted to actually, not you asking where is my mask. That's crazy. My mask is
somewhere not
non-existent. Yes. Y'all wouldn't even hear me if I put my mask on. That's, I can't even. But so this is what it means. When people ask, what did you not expect to be in your 2024 bingo card? This is what it means. It means something completely unexpected or surprising that happened this year, which you wouldn't have predicted or included in a list of possible events. And this can do with like your life, something you've seen in the news, like just what are some things that y'all did just not expect to happen?
Yeah.
At all, and where you're just like, okay, this is crazy, but hey, it happened. Here we are. What am I going to do about it?
And we're gonna run down some of our own too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a 2024 reflection in a way.
Yeah, just like a little recap.
Yeah, kind of the stuff that surprised us this year because I feel like a lot went on, but a lot was also forgotten too. So
yeah,
we're gonna jump into that. Just a little fun podcast. So.
Yeah, for sure. So as y'all are thinking, or as y'all like wondering about some stuff, how about we start with one thing that we do feel like we didn't expect to be on our 2024 to give people like some ideas or like what this might mean. What would you say? I'm gonna say, I don't know. I would say like I didn't expect this year to start my lock journey. That wasn't something that I had planned out for the like. If I would have gone back in time, if I would have gone before this year, I would have not have thought that. But like now that I'm in it, it makes sense. But that's something I wouldn't have thought would happen this past year for me.
Okay.
Like, what would you say though?
Something I don't think that would have happened for me this year.
And it doesn't have to be negative. It's just something
just
like
anything.
Yeah,
anything.
It don't have to be negative.
That's a good question.
It is a good question. That's why I was like, maybe we said one first, it would help people like think about what they would want to do.
Can I say, can it be general or has to be about me?
It doesn't have to be like, it don't have to be about you.
Okay. What I think that happened.
We have some that we're going to talk about, but the outside of like ourselves. So okay, we'll let you think. Okay. All right, so bet. This is some stuff that we felt like having in 2024 that we wasn't expecting to be on this year's bingo card. Okay, I don't know who I was trying to read. I don't know what that means. Okay. Do you? All right, I'm gonna move past that. All right, the first thing. What's the first one?
Ingrid. The first thing, 2024 bingo that we didn't expect. We're gonna start off with Drake versus Kendrick. This is an entire conversation, but I have to be honest with myself. I think that this beef was coerced.
You think it was made up?
I think it was made up beef. I don't know if people in the chat will agree, but both Kendrick and Drake are both part of Universal Music Group. Now, that doesn't mean that both artists are connected in ways because label can label can have many people on their thing, and those two people never even come in contact with each other. But just because I think of the height and the career of both artists, that this had to be some type of beef to produce some type of money, and that's where I think it comes in where Drake is trying to sue his own label.
But why would he want to do that if it was something that he was in cahoots with?
Because he lost. No, I think that was rehearsed on the other side.
Like not something that they knowingly. Yes. You thought it was promoted from the label, but not things that they actively knew that they were being involved in a sense.
Yes, I think that it was promoted by the label to heighten.
Because they love drama.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Drama produces money, so I didn't expect two of the biggest artists to do that. Now, I thought that the subliminal shots on past albums, that would maybe impact the beat, but to go where it went, like the whole West Coast, it's like East Coast versus West Coast again. It's like, I just think,
but labels love that type of stuff. They love drama. They love when people get all in a tizzy.
They do, and it was surprising too because many people were talking about the decline of hip hop sales numbers, the how many listeners it has, and then now beef just sparks out of nowhere. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, you got a point there. I mean, I feel like the older I get, the more I get more conspiracy like vibes, but.
What do you think? I know you Black activists. What do you think? What do you think about like the portrayal of? And I know this kind of not semi-off topic, but like people are deeming Drake a white guy, and then Kendrick is the black versus white. In
I see what you're saying.
But he's light skinned. So what do you think?
I don't really play into that too much. I think people's issues with Drake is that some people feel like he doesn't support the culture as much as he benefits from it. So I think that's people's issues. I don't think it's more so about the fact of him trying to be something that he's not, or trying to be black, because black means so many different things for so many different people. It's not one thing. I think that being in America, it teaches us that it means one thing, but it doesn't mean one thing. It can look so different in many different ways. But I think people's issue with him is they feel that he takes and doesn't give back to like.
And what do you think?
I agree with that.
Oh, okay.
I agree with that in some senses. Like I agree with that.
Wow. So, and then your conclusion, who won the beef?
Kendrick.
No, I agree though.
I was gonna say, like, we're not even.
I think that aside of analytics, aside of statistics, whose song was the best, when you see the culture shift, that's who you know who won. Kendrick completely changed the trajectory of what this year was for hip hop. Yeah. And so I think that he won just off basis.
I agree. I was not expecting that to happen this year, but the way, and I wasn't expecting it to go in Kendrick Lamar's favor, but shout out to him. Truly. Shout out to him. Oh, we have a couple. Hold on.
Okay.
Something that people didn't expect to be on their 2024 bingo card was didn't expect Trump to win. I agree with that. That was not something I expected to happen. I didn't even, also on the flip side, I wasn't expecting I don't think it's the first Black woman to run for president, because didn't Shirley Chisholm? Well, I wasn't expecting Kamala Harris to run for president this year. I wasn't expecting that either. So, but both of those,
be the nominee.
Yeah, to be like the main nominee. That wasn't something that I thought was.
I did not expect Trump to win.
Me neither. It's embarrassing.
And like excluding political views, I just thought the mindset of the country was out of that time.
Yeah,
so it
like
was I thought it would just have been a new step. So I didn't think that it would have been redone again. But here we are. So I mean.
Yeah,
gotta see what the future holds.
I know. And then also, which this is a big one, that Q2 would not be with us for Christmas. So those who don't know, Q2 is our lovely dog Queenie. She's Q2 because they don't even know all that.
I'm dead.
But yeah, I wasn't expecting that either. So she passed in April, the beginning of April. So that was really hard too, just trying to navigate figure out life. But when you're used to something happening for like 13 years or 14 years and then not having that anymore, it takes an adjustment. So I was definitely not expecting that. It's just certain people, things, whatever, that you just feel like it's going to last forever. And that was one of my.
True.
I felt that for sure.
True, that's it. But
make sure on red.
I know, but it's not gonna die. Make sure y'all drop y'all which I didn't expect in y'all 2020.
Yes, let us know what y'all didn't expect in your 2024 bingo card, because we would love to know. But all right, bet. The next thing that we feel like, well, this hasn't necessarily happened yet, but I want to know people's thoughts. The fact that they are potentially banning TikTok.
Yes.
Do you feel like that is something that is against our rights as U.S. citizens, like our freedom of like choice, speech, whatever?
I was literally having this conversation the other day about how they don't care that what they're saying that TikTok is influencing young children, that it's messing up our youth. With that, they do not care about that.
They don't care about none of that.
They care about that they cannot control what is going on, the regulations on the app, and also they believe that Chinese government may have some like they're monitoring what Americans are doing, which may be true, but I don't think that's the primary reason why they want to ban the app. They want to ban it because they can't control.
Because if they wanted to care about people's health, they would ban cigarettes. They would ban
very true.
Like
very true.
There would be so many things that they would ban that last thing they would be banning was an app.
They can't capture the money off of the app, so they can't monetize. They can't monetize. So now they're just want to rely on the ban, and it's actually very ironic that they're trying to ban it right before the inauguration. So it's a lot of stepping stones that are very very strategic in the banning of TikTok, at this particular time,
right?
And it's just,
but a lot of people make money off that app, so I feel that that's also taking away people's freedom of being able to kind of have their own money, be entrepreneurs, all that type of stuff. You just never know. People, they be trying to control what we do.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that because TikTok is definitely the biggest app right now.
It is.
Hands down.
You know what's crazy? I haven't been on TikTok and...
You've been taking a hiatus?
It's like I did it one time and I just haven't been on it since.
Yeah, I just think TikTok is very influential. People,
it is
I love it. People post something on TikTok, then someone will do it the next day. People will see a product and then buy it. It's like it's very interactive platform where you can see,
it's so cool.
You can see something and buy right away. So I just think that the US just wants control over the entire system, and the fact that they can now is they looking to ban, which I think is like you said, it's taking away a lot of things that you.
Because a lot of countries do that where they'll ban certain things, but that's crazy to me.
A lot of countries do that.
We can worry about TikTok after we talk about these stagnant wages. Fact, there's a long list of things they need to be worried about as opposed to worrying about some daggone TikTok.
That's true. That's true. And I seen some. They was like workers. We got 3 million more jobs for workers, and then somebody was like, "Yeah, I got 3 of them, and I still can't pay rent." So it's like. You got more jobs, but what about the pay?
Like the actual pay. Don't get me started on that. Don't even get me started on that. You know what? Actually, I'll talk about this later. Okay. I'm mad that it's called, you know what? The P. Diddy scandal.
Oh my gosh.
The P. Diddy scandal, y'all.
That really took me for a ride.
I was not, but there has been talk about him and his actions for a while, but it was never.
I never knew that. Yeah. I know about the whole Tupac situation that he may have had some stuff like that was in the past, but I really just looked past that. But then you see something like this huge scandal come out. This is like FBI.
Yeah. Level. Okay, wait. Let me ask you this. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Oh no, good.
So, what do y'all think about when people say? They trying to tear another black man down, or he was about to make this move, and they trying to stop him from having success in this area. You know, people they said that about Bill Cosby. They said that about Michael Jackson. Yes. They say that about all other type of people. Jay-Z now, currently, whatever.
Yes.
So, what do you think about that?
Maybe my brain is not as big.
I don't believe that.
That's what I'm saying. I do believe that there is, like we brought up, some type of control that the music industry does want and doesn't want certain people to have. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if these things that have been happening for years are in documentation, have hundreds of victims, and remember, this is alleged, but it's looking true.
Yeah,
have happened. You can't use that as an argument.
You can't.
That they want to now lock him up.
Yeah, because it's not off a basis of like. But some people feel that they don't want to take down certain people unless it's affecting another. Like they don't necessarily care about the fact that he was hurting women or doing. It's like, is there a reason why they want to take him down for another reason?
Yes, I heard that too.
I don't know.
I heard that too, and I think it just makes you kind of realize that you don't know everybody. Like you said, those talks about him doing that stuff may have been happening, but I would have never thought in a million years P. Diddy, out of all people, would have this thousands and paid scandal that's going on right now.
I wouldn't either. It's crazy. No way. Bad stuff will catch up with you.
I agree.
People try to not believe in karma, or like you're gonna get what you deserve at some point. It's gonna happen, and if it don't happen to you, it's gonna happen to your kids, or it's gonna happen to your grandkids. Like you gotta be careful about how you move through life for sure.
But what I do agree about the whole black thing that you're talking about is that I do believe that that is still a conversation to be had about.
Yeah.
Because in many cases, and this is especially with the YN stuff, and I know this is maybe people don't understand, but it means young N-word. But they're using that term just to describe all Black people at this point. So, but that has a bad connotation to it. And this whole Diddy thing, you see some Black celebrities that have been to the party, and that's all people online are talking about. Basically, basically trying to tell them that they have been a part of pedophilia. And I think that part is tearing down Black people in general, because they're associating Diddy with any male celebrity that has maybe been to a party or been associated with him. And I don't think that's fair unless it has come out as
like actual evidence
of the truth. So that part I do see deeming as tearing down the Black man.
And for anybody who's just joining, we were asking people what was something that you did not expect to be on your 2024 bingo card.
Yes.
Which means like something that just happened this year that you did not expect, personally or on like pop culture.
Pop culture.
Okay, so a lot of people were had different opinions on this one.
No facts.
But Bronny playing with LeBron James on the Lakers, that was like a big thing that happened this year. But honestly, didn't live up to the hype at all. It didn't. But just the whole idea of a son playing with a dad at that level is still like historical. But what do you feel about when people said it was like nepotism or he didn't really deserve that spot, which can kind of make it feel like that's the case now? Because for those who don't know, Bronny's supposed to play with LeBron James on the Lakers. And now he's like playing on the G League team, which is like it's not the professional team anymore. It's like the level below that, but he's still getting paid a lot of money. So, but they're not playing together at all. So like, what do you think?
Two things on this. First of all, and I think that we can both agree on this point. I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
Nepotism in all cultures have played such a big role in why there are called trust fund babies and have been cultural wealth forever for certain races and certain whatever social classes. And I think that this is, I don't see no problem with this. If his dad helped him get to the NBA, I don't see no issue with that. There's so many cases where somebody come out of college, they go straight to the law firm. Somebody come out of college, they go straight to a corporate position under their father or mother. So in this situation, I understand why people are upset, because they saying that it's undeserving. But in so many cases in life, it's about who you know.
It's always about who you know. And I don't understand why people make it seem like kids have to struggle.
Yes.
Like why do kids have to struggle? Like why is that like, nah, they got to know what it means to really earn something. It's just like, why? The only time when I have an issue with it, if it's taken from opportunities of people who don't have that access or opportunity.
And which it might have.
Which it could. Which that's what I'm saying. It's like I see it both ways, because even when like P. Diddy's son started playing football at USC, I believe it was. This was years ago. And he got a scholarship to go there. And people were mad because they're like, you could pay to go to college. Like your dad could pay for you to go to college. You're taking a scholarship away from someone who might need that money to go to school.
True.
So it depends. It's like, I don't have a problem with it unless it's taking away from someone else being able to have an opportunity.
Yeah.
Which I know happens all the time, but that's when I understand when people get upset about that.
Yeah. So, but in your position, would you have done this? It's the same thing when President Biden just got Hunter Biden.
What is it called?
What's the word? Pardoned.
Yes, thank you.
It's the same thing. It's the same
thing. It is the same. And who wouldn't do that? If my child did something that wasn't like you just did something to like a child or something, then I don't care. You can rock.
Yeah.
But like if you my son and you done did a couple things, I'm like, man, I'm forget everything.
Exactly. Exactly. And people had some issue early on with that, but then I felt like it was kind of, well, from what I've been online, it was kind of a universal, like they would do the same. Who wouldn't do that? But people are criticizing him regardless.
Yeah, especially because he came out in one way and said he wouldn't do that, and then like switched and said he would, whatever. I did not expect the CEO to get got and for his assassin to become a folk hero. We talked about that last week.
Yes.
That's something we did not expect to happen. That is true. Like everyone's like,
calling
him. Speaking of, that is our next topic.
Yeah, but what does that say about America to you, that he's become like a hero in a sense?
I think it just shows us how damaged this country is. And how much people are just like screaming for rights or screaming for like justice, even though justice looks different for more people. I mean, for different people, I think people just want any glimpse of hope, which isn't right. But it shows you how many issues we have in the country, a broader issues that someone is happy that someone got killed. When let's be clear, they could hire somebody tomorrow and they could do the same thing that that guy was doing.
That's
So it's
very
just
true.
like,
that's very true. I do think that it sent a certain shock around to probably other larger corporations,
right,
that there was not a sense of remorse for a CEO dying. So I think in hopes maybe there could be better ethical practices, which I don't believe will happen, but I do think that people always will fear for their life to die. Like nobody wants to die, I hope. So I'm just saying that maybe there will be a sense of change in the lives of CEOs to want to do better, because the public literally has no remorse for that man who passed away.
No, I mean, let me keep my opinion to myself.
What'd you guys say? But I don't.
To be fair, I'm not saying I have remorse for him. I want to be very clear. I don't have remorse. I do think that, like, not remorse. I think we're thinking about the wrong word. I don't have
what? Resentment?
Like, I'm not sad.
Oh, sad. Okay.
I think that's messed up, because I don't think no one has the right to take someone else's life.
Me
like,
neither.
That's not your job. That's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
But at the same time, it's like sometimes these shifts in life have to happen for people to wake up. Not saying that he's supposed to be an example for that. I'm just saying I ain't gonna sit here and act like I be sitting here at night being like, dang, why they do that to that man? Like, I that's not my feeling.
Yeah, it's just when I think about it, it's just he had a family and stuff, so it's just like that piece of it. And I also don't believe that he was probably checking and signing the boxes that didn't allow people to have the certain health care things that they want. There are stakeholders and investors and other healthcare officials that have a lot to do with what is going on there.
They do, but
for him to be like the scapegoat.
True,
and that's why I see a problem.
That's true, but sometimes you have to take on that if you are representing a certain company, or if you come out and say your certain viewpoints about things, or I don't know. I agree. I don't know that. I don't know. That's a whole nother thing, but it's still not right. It's still not right. And I don't know why they probably want to give this man a Grammy. Like,
they want to give him
you're a murderer.
Nobel Peace Prize. Like,
oh my God. Okay, but now, wait, no, I should not have laughed. That was crazy. Because it doesn't garner a laugh. Gosh. I was just saying the fact that the different Trump assassination attempts.
Yeah, giggle is crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't trying, like, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't even supposed to, like, do that. I just don't know why. I think I was laughing more so because do you remember that picture when he was just like this?
Oh, yeah, that's the thing.
I'm like, what do you, that's something that.
Yes, definitely.
Was there because we haven't seen like an assassination attempt
of in a long time.
In a really long time. That's another example of that, though. Someone thinking that they are okay, like they're allowed to make justice by trying to kill him.
Yes, and the other world leaders have been assassinated, but I'm specifically America.
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't seen an assassination. It's supposedly twice, especially. It's super crazy, and I don't believe the conspiracy that it was part of the campaign and all that. I don't know. But that's what I don't believe. But what I do want to say is that, like you brought up, the fact that I feel like a lot of the people that do things like that want to be seen as a hero.
Yeah.
And they want to be seen as the guy that served justice for all the people. But I don't believe that that's always the right answer. And I also think that the attempts were definitely helped the race for sure. Also.
What you think? Yes. Yeah. I think it does. Like you lean into like the like you survive, like a survivor of something. You know what I mean?
Yes, like the superiority of the
like you're invincible. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. Like there's nothing that can happen to you. Type of
definitely.
Vibe. So I feel like that helped for sure. It's gonna get worse. 2024. 2025 gonna be something, y'all.
I don't want to manifest that.
No. I'm just saying. Well, okay, I don't want to manifest that, but I just think there's gonna be a lot more just. Rifts, a lot of friction, a lot of issues, a lot of just tension for many reasons, not just with the presidential, just I don't know. I feel like we're in this weird shift in life.
I definitely think we're in a weird shift.
We're in a weird shift.
That could be a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast.
It just seems like a lot of people are out of touch with reality.
Very much so.
And a lot of people are out of touch with how they operate socially and how they operate online. I think that they don't understand one, how to break the two.
Yep, the difference
in two, and it's just like turmoil, how people speak to people and treat people and how they ostracize certain people. It's just crazy. But
I agree. All right, this one I definitely wanted to mention because it has to do with my amazing alma mater. Shout out to UNC Chapel Hill, born and bred. You
Oh
know,
gosh.
thank you very much.
Seeing whole bread.
Shut up, you fool. But the larger conversation of Bill Belichick going into college football, who the heck would have thought that the best coach, arguably the best NFL coach of all time, not getting an NFL job,
yeah, that's great,
going to college? Do you agree with the people who are saying that that's a bad move for him, or do you agree with the people who are saying that is like a good move? That's something I definitely did not expect, especially him going to UNC.
Yeah, I think that he went into a situation that was less profitable for himself.
It is for sure,
because UNC is not a top 5 Power 5 school in football, so it could either be tremendously bad in a train wreck where he doesn't do anything but make the team worse, or if he succeeds, people are just going to say that he was an NFL coach. This is what he should have done. He didn't get in a situation where if he was in the NFL still,
like for growth or something.
Yes, it seems like he's in a place of it's like he's going to stagnate.
But go ahead. To be fair, it's like if you've accomplished everything that you've always wanted to accomplish, why not just do stuff that you feel like doing instead of it being like I'm still trying to prove something? Why can't just be I'm just trying to help a couple guys into the league?
What I think it is that he's trying to prove that he doesn't need Tom Brady. And I think that he crashed and burned when Tom Brady left in the NFL. So now that he's going to college, he may try to bring that NFL structure or restructure in general to show that I never needed Tom. It was really the system. He is just doing side quests.
He's definitely doing side quests.
He's definitely doing side quests.
This is charity work, guys. I'm just going to keep it a buck. It's a charity work. But I don't like people who's trying to put some disrespect on my team name because they trying to act like UNC is just a fly-by-night place. This is a legitimate university, has a years of tradition.
We got
it's known as one of the largest.
You trying to get endorsers? You trying to endorse y'all to invest in the school?
It's one of the best sports schools in the country. Soccer, field hockey, basketball. I mean, the list goes on. Baseball. Stop playing. They try to act like he just went to a senior citizen home. Don't do him like that. Should have went to Temple.
Who said I'm dead? Should have went to Temple. He's been in them trenches.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. He would have been like, y'all ain't got no weight room?
I'm dead. That was crazy.
Like, where the equipment? Anyway. The last one we have here is hold on, y'all. I am sick. Hold on. Lord. Okay. The Cat Williams interview, I think, was the craziest thing that happened in all of 2020.
Bro set the tone for the year. That was in January.
Oh, that was in January?
Yeah, I think that was the first thing that happened in the year.
Shout out to my man Shannon Sharp. I love him. Let's be clear. I love Shannon Sharp.
That set the tone for the entire
Oh, yeah. His new name, Chapel Bill.
Oh, gosh.
It's no longer Bill Belichick, you guys. If you want to talk about Bill Belichick, call him Chapel Bill.
We're going to see we're going to come back and see what their record is in a year. And hopefully they end positive. But
clip the bit. I don't care. Clip it. But do you think, because he in that interview he was exposing everybody, everything. Do you feel that more people should do that in the industry? Because a lot of things be happening and we don't know, but a lot of people get away with stuff, and it's just not fair to me sometimes.
I think that first of all, what he did was very honorable as a person to not fold to the pressures of the industry, because I feel like a lot of people are puppets of the industry.
Yes,
and not directly where somebody is telling you what to do, but you wouldn't make a decision that you would naturally do because you might get consequences from something higher. So I believe that more people, and I think that is where we're going though in this change, is that people are going to speak out more because they see that the public is more on their side than compared to the industry. Right. So I think what he did will be seen more. And I think it has in 2024 too.
I think so too. I agree with that. I think sometimes people try to, and then they try to make, and then some of the comedians try to make him look bad because they're mad that he exposed stuff. Like, you should keep this between us. And it's just like, no, that nothing really never gets like change, or people don't ever like have to be held accountable because no one's saying what's going on sometimes. So I don't know.
And I definitely,
it was hilarious.
I definitely do think maybe for the older crowd, maybe not so much, but for the younger crowd, that the individualism and the way way you can make a name for yourself without the help of other people through social media or just through blowing up through a talent or something. People will follow things like that. So you're less reliant on older individuals or the industry or any industry
to help you.
Yeah, so I think that piece of it is breaking that barrier.
That's true.
Right, of what Cat Williams was kind of doing. That we don't have to rely on you anymore to be where we want to be in life.
Yeah.
And even though if it's a select percentage that is able to do that, it's still probably more than it ever has been.
I agree.
So
I agree with that. Yeah. I agree with that. Well, I guess we weren't able to get to our last things, but that's okay. But if you want to, what's one thing that happened this year that you are just really happy about, or that or something that happened and you're just looking forward to leaving 2024 behind and just going into the year with a fresh start, or just, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is something?
I want to say something that I want to start with a fresh start. Okay. And I think I spoke about this prior, but just being more disciplined in my day-to-day life. Sometimes this year I felt overwhelmed and then just lost some of my ways of how I wanted to treat myself, or just do things how I wanted to be more just structured in general. So I think I just want to reflect on 2024 as a year of growth, and going to 2025 being more disciplined with what I want in my life, because in the school off soon, it's time to buckle down. And I always tell other people this, but the way I counteract, and hopefully it could work with somebody else, but if you are, nervous, anxious about your future, preparing early counteracts that.
It can help. It can relieve some of that.
It relieves it a lot, instead of waiting till it's time to do something. Waiting right before you prepare yourself early, so then when the time comes, you're already set up for success. So I want to take my own advice and do that more as the next year goes on.
I like that one. I like that a lot, and thank you for Commanders actually having a good season.
That's a fact.
That's something we did not expect in 2024. Oh my, that is probably the number one thing. Them being what, 9 and 5, potentially going to the playoffs.
Yes. That's a great one.
We should have known 2024 was going to be crazy if that was the result. It's going to be all about me putting myself first. Period.
Good. That should be everyone's,
Yes, I would like to say with mine, I want to be honest and say 2024 was horrible.
Okay.
There definitely were a lot of great moments, because life has duality. Like, there's good and bad, yin and yang, you know what I mean? So there were a lot of great moments. I don't want to act like
every day was a head down in the rain.
Like, no, it wasn't. I wasn't giving Eeyore. Is that his name? Eeyore?
Yeah.
It wasn't that. But there was so much difficult times, like so many, personally, just professionally, everything, that I just want to be able to like show myself that I can persevere through anything, and that what's for me is right around the corner in a way. So that's what I do want to leave that behind. Like, I don't even want to relive some of those things again, but I know that means that something good is coming.
Yes, that's great.
Yeah.
And looking forward to the new year. And I also want people to not, like we always say this, but not set quotas based on the new year as a fresh start. Just start now.
Do stuff.
Just do stuff now, because once you set quotas and it doesn't happen, you ruin your expectation, and then you get discouraged for the entire 2020, 2025. So just do it now. But that's all I got.
And have people around you that's going to support your goals, even if you fall short on some things. Don't be around people that's like, dang, you ain't do nothing that you
did. Exactly.
You don't need that. But anyway, we love y'all. We thank y'all for riding out with us for another year. We love y'all so much. We're just excited to see everybody in the new year, and we are going on break.
Facts, man.
So enjoy your holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa. What's the other stuff? I don't even know.
It don't even matter. It's like
Jehovah's Witness, like, I don't know. But we love you.
They celebrate. Oh wait, I'm tripping.
They don't.
They don't celebrate no holiday.
Okay.
But I want to say shout out to all the guests this year.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody that made an appearance. Shout out to everybody that dropped a chat. Shout out every viewer. Shout out every TikTok watcher, YouTube watcher, everybody that supported in some way.
Yeah.
Regardless of, like we said, if it's 10,000 to 1 to 0 people here, we're just grateful that anybody wants to tune in to listen to what we have to say. So thank you.
I know y'all want to hear me, but more so thank y'all for sticking around listening to him.
I'm dead.
But no, for real, we love y'all. And
seriously.
See y'all in 2025.
Yes, for sure. We'll see y'all. We no more miss Tuesdays 2025.